Hey, it's great to be with you in your ministry team meeting today. I just want to take a few minutes to talk to you about the importance of living on mission. Now, I'm sure many of you guys have been at some point in your life stuck in some type of rut. You know, it's just like the same old thing, and you thought, how is this going to ever end? But you know what? There's something in there that keeps you in that. Now, if you're a golfer, you're going to get this illustration. If you're a golfer, when I say this, it's the shot that what? This is the shot that brings you back. And what that means is you could have a terrible round of golf, like I usually do, but there's that shot. I mean, it just comes off the tee perfectly, or it's that long putt that you're able to put in the hole to save par. It brings you back. It makes you want to play again, or maybe you're a shopper. All right, and you get that bargain, and that's the bargain that keeps you going. You know, I can find another shirt or another pair of pants at a great deal. It's what keeps you going. Why? Because you found a mission. You found purpose there. Well, you know what? Our lives as leaders, especially as Christ followers who are leaders, our lives, it's very similar. You know, maybe you've had a small group, and we all have. Maybe you're in a small group like this right now that you're leading that it's just kind of the same old, and you're like, man, am I even making a difference? But I want you to stop and I want you to think for a moment. I want you to think about the story. I want you to think about maybe one of those people or a family that's been affected because of what you've done by stepping out of your comfort zone, going and stepping out, leading, giving of your time to make a difference. You know what? It's those stories. I can think of individuals' faces and stories and circumstances that I have seen God do incredible things at. And it's been those stories that come back to my memory when I feel like, you know what, I think I'm going to stop. I think I'm just going to quit. Am I even making a difference? I want you to take a few moments. You're going to actually discuss this during your ministry team time and think about what's one of the stories that keeps me going. What's that shot that keeps me coming back? Because we need those. Stories are the ones that impact us. You know, when we think about our 3 Ps, we provide community, we promote growth, and we produce leaders. What about that person that you've really helped provide community, that they've plugged into relationships and you've seen them come alive and just totally change? Even the way that their face looks changed because they're connected in godly relationships now. That's a story that you need to hold on to, that's going to keep you going, that's going to keep you focused on living your life on mission. Or maybe it's somebody who's growing. Man, they're opening God's Word and they're starting to connect with God in a very special way. And right before your eyes, you see them growing. Man, this keeps you going. Or maybe you've had the privilege of somebody's actually stepped out of your small group and began leading their own. And now you see that they're sharing stories with you of lives that have been changed. You see, when we win as small group leaders, you know what that means? That means those in our groups, the people that we're leading, the people that God's given us the privilege to influence, that means they're winning. They're getting connected in godly relationships. They're growing in their relationship with Christ. They are beginning to step out and lead and even influence others. Remember those stories, because that is what keeps you focused on mission. And when you stay focused on mission, there's going to be an energy, there's going to be a passion that comes out of you, that when you wake up every single day, your mind is going to be fixed on what does God have for me? How am I going to influence people? How am I going to impact people for His kingdom? So today in your ministry team, we're going to discuss 3 things that we need to stay focused on in order to keep our lives on mission. You know what? There's no better person than to give us an example than Jesus Christ on how to live our lives on mission. When He said in Luke chapter 19, verse 10, I have come to seek and save the lost. He knew exactly what His life was all about, and He didn't let anything deter Him from that. And then before He left, He gave us the Great Commission, our mission, our purpose, when He said, go and make disciples of all the nations. Let's never lose that focus. Let's wake up. Let's live our lives on mission. Hey,